hate small talk. I really do. I hate like getting to know people. Like I hate all the little questions you have to ask to get to know someone. Like if I'm making a new friend, I just want to already be best friends, you know? Like, or dating, I just want to already be deeply in love. I don't want to have to trot through all the getting to know you questions. Or it's like, oh, whereabouts do you hail from? Well, where do you hail from? I need answers. Oh, you know, it's like, where? And then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I've never been to that town, but I've been to a nearby town, so I can kind of imagine. Like, I would like small talk if it were socially acceptable to make those sounds during it. You're just like, oh, your favorite color's purple? Then I would love it. I just hate that feeling like when you don't know someone and any little thing they say, you have to stretch it out, you know, turn it into something. You know, they'll be like, yeah, we had cats growing up. We were a cat family. And I'll be like, oh, you guys were a cat family. We were a dog family. Uh-oh, 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 controversy. Then you find out you're not that compatible as friends, but you still run into that random person all over town at the local smoothie shop, you know? And you have to be like, oh my God, you still exist, you know? They'll always be like, we should do lunch, you know, the thing that people who hate each other do. We should do lunch. I'll always push it a little bit just to call their bluff. I'm like, we should rent a car and drive up the coast. Let's buy some lumber and learn how to build. I just want to get to know you through task-based projects. Everyone's different, and when you don't know each other well, you can't read each other as well, right? Like, some people are big casual huggers. They love to hug. They come at you at a party, hey! Like, it's annoying because I don't really like hugging that much. Just like someone I'm not that into, like, I'll hug my lover while he's inside me, you know, for the duration, but I'm not a big stranger hugger. I don't really want your sweaty armpits on top of my shoulder tops. But there's no polite way to turn it down. Like if someone's coming in, like you can't just be like, oh no, thank you. I've already hugged someone today, thank you. But I kind of figured out a way that you can thwart an unwanted hug. Like when someone runs at you like this, you just grab their hands and you go, yay! I also have some little party tricks. Sometimes I'll bust out, you know, to lighten the mood at a party. I'll go up to someone, hey, let me show you a party trick. You want to see a party trick? Okay, relax your arms, and then I'll just grab their neck as hard as I can. Just squeeze it, make lots of eye contact. I'm just like, I fucking hate parties.
I've heard a lot of people say that what they miss most right now is being able to hug people, right? They can't wait for this all to be over so they can start hugging again. Yeah, not me. I have always hated hugs. And my whole life, I've just had to let it happen because it's a hard thing to tell people. Right? There's no good time to do it. You can't stop somebody as they're coming in for a hug because that's rude. Right? But you can't really tell somebody before they try and hug you either, like just in case you was thinking about it. Then people assume things about you when you're not a hugger. They're like, oh, something must have happened to her, or she's a germaphobe probably, or just a bitch, or whatever. You know? But it's like none of those things for me. I'm just claustrophobic. I don't like being wrapped up. It makes me anxious. All right? That's why I'm loving online church. Black folks know what I'm talking about. I don't know what happens at white people church, but at black church, there is a lot of forced hugging. All right? Get up out your seat and greet 3 people. Go hug somebody. I'd be like, what if I just double up on this tithe? Would that be all right? Can I hug the building fund instead? And it's not like I never hug, obviously. It's just that, like, I like to save my hugs for, like, when it counts. Like, somebody I haven't seen in a very long time, somebody I miss, a special occasion, right? Or somebody who gave me a Netflix special. I hug Tiffany. She changed my life. Yeah. It was worth a hug. But that hugging people you see all the time, like, casual, I'm not with it. Like, what is that? What is it? Oh, I ain't seen you in 24 hours. Let's touch titties. Like, no, let's not. Let's not touch titties. But it'd be different if I saw my grandmother, because that's obviously a different situation, you know. Of course, she died in 1993. So if she came back from the dead, I'd be like, yo, Nana, let's hug it out. This is special. I missed you. I'm gonna put this mask on so you don't die again. It's nice having you back.
That's why I came down here, man. I'm telling you. I came out here to tell you guys, you got to stop hugging your children. You know? You are ruining this country. Now, you can hug your daughters. You got to do that. You got to do that. Hug those hooker shoes right out of them. Let them know that you're a good man and to find another man like you. You got to do that. But your son, you can hug him a little bit, but every 3, 4, you got to fucking knock him down, right? Come on, it didn't hurt. Get up. Look, I didn't come from a family. I don't know about you guys. I didn't come from a touchy-feely. Call me when you get there. None of that shit. First time my mom hugged me, I think it was like once when I was little, and then when I moved out. That was it. And we only hugged because we knew we were supposed to. So we just tried to it was like 2 parking meters came to life. We almost bumped heads. It was horrific. Fucking horrific. You know, to this day, sometimes I drive down the street and I think about that hug, and it's just it's so awful, I have to shout the memory out of my head. I'll just be driving down the street and just be like, ah! Ah! Anybody else like that? You ever have to shout stuff out of your head? There's something about me, all my regret comes up when I'm in the shower. I don't know what it is. I think because I'm in the shower and I have time to think. And I'll just think of shit I did in 3rd grade where I just made an ass of myself, and I just will be in the shower just being like, ah! Ah! And my wife's always just like, is everything okay in there? And I'll just be like, yeah, just accidentally turn on the hot water. Turn it on too much. Every day? So, yeah. I actually asked my mother one time when I finally got out in the world and I saw how other families interacted. I finally asked her one day, I was like, how come we never did the hugging thing? You know what I mean? How come we didn't do that stuff? She's like, well, I wanted to hug you kids when you were little, but I was afraid it was going to make you gay. And I was like, you were afraid? You were afraid? And then she goes, well, it was your father. That's what it was. Protecting him like I always do. He was afraid. He said, you don't know how to raise boys. And if you hug them, that's what's going to happen. So in a marriage, there's compromises. So. Yeah. So she basically never hugged us because my dad said if she did, it was going to make us gay.